This video is brought to you by Bitbox NES game cases. There is no better way to protect, store, and show off your NES game collection. Only available at StoneAgeGamer.com/Bitbox.
Skip it up and that up. See guys, I told you guys he's gonna go back to the old format just like he always does. So there, I told you. See, he always does is Review Tech 180. That's his new nickname, Review Tech 180. Well, first off, before everyone claims conspiracy here, I said from the get-go, gameplay footage would come back from time to time. Secondly, there's a reason for this. Now, this is from the Sega Genesis collection for the PC. This is Streets of Rage 3. But you're going to see actual gameplay footage from the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. There's a reason for this. I am actually, hopefully this weekend, if you follow me on Facebook, which this is the reason why I talk about Facebook a lot, because I talk about a whole bunch of shit on there that I don't talk about on ReviewTechUSA.com or YouTube.com/ReviewTechUSA. I'm actually building, the link below to Facebook is in the description, by the way. I'm actually building or modding a Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo with HDMI built into it. No extra cords, you don't need an extra power supply, you plug in the console like you did back in the old school days just with the main Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo power supply, and I'm going to, with the help of my father, because he's an electrical engineer, I'm going to put in a HDMI port native built into it, and it's going to look clean, it's going to look pro, and I'm thinking about actually starting to sell them. So I know a lot of people are going to ask about other consoles. We're just starting with the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis first. I know it's going to be possible on a lot of other ones, but baby steps first. We got to make sure we get this working right. So far, the parts I'm using, there's zero lag. I'm going to try to get S-Video equivalent pumped into the HDMI converter that's going to be installed inside the Sega Genesis. But even composite, because it's being upscaled via HDMI to 1080p, looks surprisingly good. I didn't expect it to look good because composite usually on HD TVs looks terrible. So it's going to be something really cool, and it's a convenience thing, man. I think it's going to be awesome. So keep your eyes opened for that. So Microsoft dropped a bombshell a few days back, and it has to do with camping. If you were on Twitter, they actually put up a little tweet called "Camping: Legitimate Strategy or Cheap, Annoying Pseudo Tactic," and it seems like they're going to actually ban people that camp. I'll actually show the tweet right here. It says, "Gaming violation: camping. Consider yourself formally, quote unquote, on notice for base camping, spawn camping, resource camping, or otherwise playing like a twit. And before you say it's not against the rules, consider this. Neither is me wiping snot on your controller." I thought that part was awesome. Now, once again, on my Facebook page, I talked about this. I posted it a few days back and said, man, I think this is a godsend. And here is the excuse that I heard from a lot of people. These are the comments that people gave me when I posted that tweet on my Review Tech USA Facebook page. "Microsoft can't tell me how to play a game that I spent $60 on. If I want to play and camp, that's my prerogative. Microsoft can't tell me what to do." And I'm sitting there saying to myself, okay, genius, how about this? That's like me saying, well, I went out and spent $20,000 on this car, and if I want to drive on the opposing lane of the highway while I'm drinking my own piss out of a Gatorade bottle, that's my prerogative because I spent the money. No, just because I spent the money on the damn car doesn't mean I could do whatever the hell I want with it and break the rules and the law. You still have to follow guidelines. Just because you invested in something and you own it doesn't put you above the rules and the law. It's ridiculous. You have to abide by rules and laws to keep other people safe and so they can have a safe, pleasurable experience on the highway. Alright, so I think I beat that analogy to death, but you get what I'm saying. There's so many times, look, I'm not the best at Call of Duty. I'm probably really shitty right now because I haven't played in a while. I'm not the best at Call of Duty, but I'm also not bad. Okay, and I'm not one of those people that rages every time I get shot and killed like El Presador. But the only time my blood boils and my blood pressure goes sky high is when there's a dude camping in a corner. There's a map on Call of Duty Ghosts. It's like you're in like a factory, and you could like there's like a corner that you could post in, and just sit there and pick people off. When that shit happens, I want to find the dude doing it and just choke them, because it's just such a cheap strategy. There's no skill behind it, okay? All it is that you have no life. You have all the time in the world to sit there and scout the maps, figure out all the high traffic areas that you could like hide in a bush or hide in a corner of the room, and you could just pick people off. It's not about your coordination or your skill level. You just exploited, I guess you could say, a weakness in the map, and you now know how to kill people off because you know an area where people won't see you. That's not skill. That doesn't make you a fucking winner. That makes you a dork who has way too much time on your hands. And because this was, until now, or whenever Microsoft is going to actually implement this, if they actually implement this, when people like me come along who maybe play Call of Duty once or twice a month, who want to actually enjoy the few times they play it, we can't, because all you fucking losers who sit there and camp in the maps, we can't actually go gun on gun with people and say, hey man, I enjoyed that match. I may have not gotten first place, but it was a fair and square match. No, you just get pissed off and want to rage quit because of bullshit like that. Now look, for everyone flipping out who snipe in games like Battlefield and Call of Duty, I don't think they're going after you. And I will say, look, I've tried sniping several times before, actually more than several, multiple times. I suck at it. You have to have skill to be a sniper, okay? I don't think they're going after you. They obviously realize if you have to snipe, you gotta post somewhere, and you gotta use your skills to look down the scope and nail someone. They're not gonna tell Activision to get rid of snipers in the next Call of Duty game. They're just going after the people who are dorks, who sit there in a corner and know a certain part of the map where no one will see them. They don't have to worry about confrontation. They can just keep picking people off. That's who they're going after. Now, a lot of people who were like, oh man, so-and-so on YouTube who's a popular commentator, he makes his money off of, showing people where to camp. And they keep on bringing up this guy, Wings of Redemption, and he's probably going to flip out. Look, I don't know Wings of Redemption from a hole in the wall, but no offense to you, dude. If this is how you're making, I guess you're a partner on YouTube. If you're making money by showing people where to camp on maps, you're part of the problem, and I have no mercy for you if this is going to hurt your bottom line. Sorry, buddy. So anyway, what's your take on this? Do you think Microsoft can pull off whatever algorithm they need to make sure people don't camp in games like Call of Duty and Battlefield? Do you think it'll work? And if it does, do you think Sony would adopt a similar policy? And even better, if you are a camper, are you going to go in, they actually implement this, are you going to go over to the PlayStation 4 or to Sony consoles because of what Microsoft is doing to ban campers? Will this make you switch brands because you can no longer camp on the Xbox One? Alright folks, I think I went on long enough about this topic. Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.